On the concept of order, I have in this instance identified the need to recognize in most general, yet not less defining terms, the planetary protocol as everything today I believe need to be recapitulated versus such perspective of global identity as matter of planetary realm to which we belong, and see if there is something we can improve and clarify for promise of living future on better terms. By bringing the concept of absolute correctness, here I recognize our existence itself as part of the universe, yet am introducing the dimension of global protocol as a matter of concept of planetary identity, which from where emerges letter I. We would be speaking at this point about most general recognition of the notion of human species, the earth as realm, and most absolute laws of life dictated by the protocol human and human perspective. For that purpose, I have crafted the Constitution of Earth, which I have divided into three parts. In first part, I'm uh, covering the concept of Earth Realm Human Protocol. Second part, General Conduct, Moral and Value System, General Cultural Value Systems. And in that context, subdividing to political principles and specific issues. In first category of Earth Realm and Protocol Human, I recognize 9 absolute principles as first, planetary integrity, Realm Earth, Protocol Human; 2. Monarchy houses as houses of Earth Protocol; 3. Recognition and regulation of principal DNA properties; 4. Need of ongoing valuation of states; 5. Notion of individual identity; 6. Cultural and legal standardization; 7. Importance of bloodlines in societies as historic heritage related protocol; 9. Importance of role of woman in managing realms; 9. Hierarchy as natural principle of any organization of societies. In this occasion, I would read just a couple of lines of the first principle of the absolute principles: planetary integrity, realm Earth, protocol human. There are two principal rules to be recognized to any inhabited realm: territorial and individual identity and integrity. The first principle imposes that each territory be recognized as a presence, as in existence, therefore, which cannot be ignored but understood equally in its historic and political dimension. When employed planetary perspective, the hierarchy would be required, where what would precede would be planetary perspective rather than separatist approach. Our planet is very specific in that regard because we have here inhabited few very distinctive human cultures, which went to be well accommodated to implement actually autonomist approach, promoting immediately national perspective without having first planetary perspective. I would assume on any other planet that would be unacceptable. On our planet that is normal. Yet normal is not. Our planet would be the planetary matrix of definition of our presence here. Its own electromagnetic stamp would be providing its own template upon which the specific shapes would be emerging. Here would be playing the universal sense for balance and synchronization, which would be translating into clean shapes. I do not think that we have to feel too much creative in such circumstances, but rather to know how to dance. What will need to be rather recognized here is the actual administration of such matters, which it seems has been lost. We will need to recover such levels now. So here we will need to recognize necessity for planetary administration from such levels onwards towards such specific functions where people will be engaged themselves equally to participate in managing various fields. There would not be limitation on who can participate obviously in such functions. The limit will be the sense we bring with us, of course, where already established heritage in such matters will certainly play a critical role in reawakening of such awareness. Speaking here in most general terms, today, of course, we need to also recapitulate on the entire concept of historic heritage. This will be, in any case, highest levels of planetary administration, where morale and ethics would be accompanied by highest level of entire energetic existence. I will find here on our protocol human as well as protocol of animals on Earth accordingly, a result of planetary levels of energetic reconfiguration. In this context, it should be also noticed that the entire nature of the planet is equally divine creation, which is as a matter of fact we admire every single day still. What we have not talked sufficiently yet, it is the energy context not only of our bodies, but of our realm as well. The best way to think of this is to notice how much each of cultures are connected to its specific lands and or regions, where each of these regions brings different charging and emerge in different cultural entities. There is something very special in the way how cultures connect to their territories, equally strong as intangible is, which makes national feelings to continue to be the strongest feelings we can experience. Our connection to land and this planet ultimately has not been discussed sufficiently, and yet the timing is now. Displacing people in this context sounds as a very wrong approach, and even then there is employed politics of cultural disconnect of deployed territories in case of political organization imperial stamps accordingly from its matrix territories in order to completely erase the entire cultural awareness of original consciousness and make some zombies out of all people, which would have nowhere to go when in need of help. Facilitated by technology, communication further has been amended such feelings of disconnect. It is hard to comprehend that long-term cruelty has been employed in prevalence, yet on this beautiful planet. The magic the magic stamp I use as my compass here in as it is romanticism, reason and character, which will assist me to recognize my kind of people. Would that be national feature or planetary? What will need to be noticed here is rather absence of unifying political guidance to various cultural and political presences in form of classic political order, planetary perspective accordingly. It will need to be noticed here the cross-territorial differences on these matters, wherein in one well historically connected region can be recognized now pattern of regional permanent split to hell, cleaning and heaven platform reflected directly on the subject of principal historic codes, very much affecting the declared historic circumstances in rather declining mode altogether across the regional spectrum. It will need to be here recognized the problem of present conditioning as presence of parallel protocols on same planet under nomination of different cultural and religious identities, which has become alarming in terms of not sufficiently clarifying the substance of such cultural diversity and how far it gets engaged on political stages as active players via governments' political party appointments.